Halftime here at Tiger Stadium in Division 5. It is Kirtland over Coldwater by a score of 14-0, and our broadcast is a permission of the Ohio High School Athletic Association radio network, and a commercial use, retransmission, or distribution without the express written consent of the OHSAA is strictly prohibited. The announcers on this game selected by the Ohio High School Athletic Association. For more information, log on to the OHSAA radio network section at OHSAA.org. We also remind you that you can talk to Justin and I right here in the press box. We'd love to hear from you via Twitter. You can do so by reaching me at TBellPBP or Justin Zwick 12. TBellPBP or Justin Zwick 12. You can also follow the Ohio High School Athletic Association on Twitter at OHSAA Sports. And I know, Justin, you're still hearing from some people around the country.
We got a lot of fans from Kirtland, Vermont. We got South Lake. See, all across the country. Number 18 kickers, go Hornets. I mean, we got some families out there that are listening to the game today, and have probably played in games for the Hornets, and not so much from the Coldwater fans. I think a lot of them are over in the stands.
Well, they're here, and
it's too cold to be on their phone with no gloves on.
And again, this doesn't take anything away because we haven't really heard from any Coldwater fans. No. But let's face it, I mean, this is old hat for them. They're used to this. For Kirtland fans, I'm sure they haven't been able to sleep all week getting geared up for this Saturday or Friday, whatever day it is, Friday morning game here at 11 o'clock. And again, you can reach us via Twitter at TBellPBP or at Justin Zwick 12. We'd love to hear from you and let us know who you are pulling for in today's game. And that's the beauty of the internet and the OHSAA radio network here along the radio lines and along the internet. You can listen in wherever you are in the world and tune into these great state championship games. All right, second half, about a minute and 10 seconds away. Justin, your initial thoughts. Coldwater will get the ball to start half number 2.
Yeah, I think it's very important that they get this ball first in the second half. Got to go down and just get back to basics and move the ball down the field. I mean, it'd be huge, of course, to come away with a score here to start the second half off. But even if they don't, I think they just got to get some confidence going as an offense, saying, all right, this is what we want to do. They came out with a plan in the second half and go out and execute it. And I think that's very important for this team to get going, kind of eat up some clock, keep Kirtland's offense on the sideline for a while and, go out and get into a groove.
What if Christian Huber can't play in the second half? We didn't talk about it all at halftime. He got banged up with an ankle injury, a left ankle, on a carry on that scoring drive. I see him down here bent over, 50-yard line extended. He looks like he's going to go back in and play on defense. He's a linebacker, but what if something happens and he just decides he can't go?
Well, then his backup, Eric Good, is going to have to step up. I mean, we saw him throw him in. The first play he was in, they hand the ball to him. So they have faith in him. He's going to have to come up and have a big second half, I think.
And again, that would also put a lot more on.
Well, Damon Washington definitely is going to, probably get a lot more snaps if that's not the case. But, they like to run that little dive right up the middle to keep the defense honest. Someone's going to have to take that spot if he's not able to go.
So Kirtland will be kicking off left to right, all navy blue look. Coldwater, the visiting team, the orange pants, the white tops. And it'll be Jared Lyon to kick it away. And we're underway. A nice high end-over-end kick that'll sail about 7 yards deep into the end zone. And it'll be Coldwater football at their own 20-yard line. And again, Austin Bruns, 6 for 11, 83 yards in that first half. And for Coldwater, I don't even know if you have to score on this opening drive, but you'd like to at least get some consistency on offense here.
Yeah, one thing you don't want is a 3-and-out. You want to at least pick up a couple first downs and be able to do some different things and see how your game plan for the second half is going to work. But this first couple of plays, getting a couple of yards, getting some momentum going would be huge for this offense.
Cavs right to left on offense. We'll have Caleb Seifring go in motion to make it 3 wide receivers to the right and Bruns to throw on first down. Hornets rush 4, a lot of time throwing it down the right side and incomplete for Seifring. He did not recognize that pass was, well, they weren't on the same page right there. I think Bruns was just trying to read the mind of Seifring there.
Yeah, I think they were running a wheel route where Seifring became wide open. The corner went in with the end part of the wheel route, and I think Bruns maybe got hit or wasn't able to step into that ball as much as he needed to. It was a long throw down the sideline. he didn't see it until late. Seifring was pretty far down there. He just wasn't able to step in and deliver that ball.
Yeah, it just seemed odd because he was open.
Yeah, he was open for a while. I think he saw him late and wasn't able to get it to him.
2nd down and 10 from the 20. Haber is out there on defense, and he's coming through the line untouched. He hits the quarterback, Bruns, and then comes back from behind and brings him down at the line of scrimmage. Bruns made a good move to get out of Haber's way, but I'll tell you, that might very well be a very telling sign that Haber was at least able to plant and cut back and come back and make a tackle. Now he's a little slow and hobbled right now, but he made a good effort right there. It was the first time he came through untouched.
Yeah, that ankle is definitely bugging him a little bit, but he came in untouched, sprinting at the quarterback. Bruns did a good job of making him miss, but he didn't give up on the play. Came back, was able to plant off that foot and make a tackle in the backfield.
Kind of an important 3rd down here for Coldwater. They have to get to the 30 for a new set of downs. Down 14-0, first possession, second half. Bruns to throw a slant for Huber. Incomplete. Damon Washington on the coverage. The Coldwater fans are wanting a marker. The Kirtland fans are applauding a good defensive play by the junior safety, and a 3-and-out on 2 incomplete passes and a quarterback run.
That was a great defensive play by Damon Washington. He kind of was playing with his back to the sideline, keeping the receiver in front of him. Saw the play all along, knew it was a slant, and as the ball was getting released, he started to break on it and went in and made a nice play to knock the ball away. But I just don't know if I like those plays. I like more something where you're throwing a hitch or something where it's not necessarily has to be a perfect ball on a slant like that to the inside.
So Bergman to punt, 40 yards on his first effort. And this one's going to be another 40-plus yarders. It will roll to the 39-yard line of Kirtland, and Santo just stayed away from that line drive kick. But Kirtland gets a 3-and-out, Justin, and will have the possession right at the 40-yard line to start half number 2.
Well, for Kirtland, that's exactly what you talked about at halftime. Hey, let's go get a 3-and-out, get the ball back for our offense. I mean, they got great field position to start this first drive. 11 minutes on the clock. It'll be interesting to see, what they're able to do, how much time they're able to take off that clock, because I'm sure that's what they kind of talked about. Let's go get a 3-and-out, take a nice long drive down the field, put some more points on the board and eat that clock up. And
Haber will be in there offensively as well. He will be the middle of the stack eye in the backfield. Forgot to put the mouthpiece in. Now he does, and they'll turn and give it to him on first down, and he'll carry it out near the 44-yard line, and it'll be a gain of about 4 on first down.
And we go right back to it. Not missing a beat here to start the second half. The one good thing is he's got an ankle. That's going to make it hard to cut back and forth. A lot of his runs are straight ahead, so it's just right downhill. He gets the ball and just puts his head down and it gets those 3-4 yards.
So to bring up second down, Joe Godek has been the blocking back, primarily the first man in the stack eye. They will change him out here, and Good will come back in, and they'll just run a quarterback sneak straight up the middle. Eilerman's going to be stuck at the line of scrimmage. And they're looking at third down. Derek Collette made the tackle of about 3rd down and 3. And as a former quarterback, that's a read play, right?
Yeah, that's just one of those things. You see that middle of the field open. If the splits are wide from the defensive tackles, get that snap and just follow your center right up the middle. It picks up a couple yards. I think the linebackers did a good job of seeing it, reacting quickly, and getting to the quarterback and stopping him before he could pick up a first down.
3rd down. Stack eye, 2 tight ends are Brett Traeger and Finkler. Ball left hash mark, turn give to Haber, hit at midfield. That's going to be a first down as he gets to the 48-yard line. Coming up, Brody Hoying making the tackle for Coldwater, but not before he picked up 5, and they will move the chains.
It's almost a given right now. You hand that ball to Haber in the backfield, he's going to run right up the middle and get 3, 4, 5 yards. I mean, with the exception of the beginning of the second quarter, where they were kind of stopping him from getting those runs. I mean, he's been able to pick up some good yards every time he's carried the ball. I'd imagine he's probably averaging, 3-4 yards?
5.2 yards per carry.
He's had a couple of longer ones as well, but, I mean, he's doing well with that run right up the middle.
And he'll get it again straight up the middle, and he'll roll over the pile to around the 44-yard line. Cody Mayday, junior defensive tackle for the Cavs, will make the tackle, and another 5 yards. It'll bring up second down. The one thing, and you know this as a player, Justin, that things get kind of interesting on the bottom of some of those piles on a tackle. They know that the left ankle is injured. He's been tackled a lot by the ankles by some of those defensive linemen. Maybe some twisting and turning down there.
Well, you saw right there, he kind of reached down for his ankle as he was on the ground and got back up a little wobbly. You know, I'm sure, you know, you get on piles and people are falling all over the place. You're going to have somebody fall on that ankle at some point in time, and it's not going to feel good.
They'll turn, run option right this time, and Eilerman will keep. He's got a first down. He broke a tackle, and Huber will bring him down from behind at the 23-yard line. Gain of 21 for Scott Eilerman. I'll tell you what, you're getting everything you assumed out of Haber and Washington. Eilerman's almost becoming an MVP of this game running the football.
I'll tell you, that defense has to worry so much about those other two guys in the backfield. You know, they forget about Eilerman. And I'll tell you right there, he had Bob Matthews and Ben Nye, two of his offensive linemen, lead blocking for him 15 yards downfield. If they had turned around and looked back, he may have taken that one to the end zone because they would have blocked the guy who tackled him.
All right, first down and 10. They officially spotted it at the 22. Stack eye. I mean, I'm sure this is most of their offense, but they've certainly fallen in love with it here today as Haber will carry over the 20 down to the 18. You know, it was that previous run by Haber, and you were talking about he was still limping a little bit out there. This is what I was thinking. If they drive down the field here and score and make it 21-0 midway through the third quarter, the game's not over, but it puts them in a great position to win, and it's almost like Coach Laverty saying, give me a drive, and let's go score, and we'll worry about that ankle later.
Give me this one drive to start the half. Let's go down and get a score. 3 touchdowns, you know, lead. And then we'll give you a little break, maybe put some ice on that ankle and see how it goes.
Gain 3 on first down. Eilerman will run option right this time. They've got him slowed down. Collette, linebacker, comes up. Boy, he has played very, very well today. And it'll be third down and long. Remember, we were told Zach Dickman may not play today, and he has not for the Cavaliers with an injury, and Collette has really filled in admirably for him today.
Yeah, running that option to the short side of the field, you know, as long as the defense is playing their keys, there's not going to be a lot of room for the pitch man or the quarterback to run. And right there you see the defense doing a great job of getting through there and finding the quarterback, and it was a smart play by him tucking it and taking it to the ground.
Big play here now, third down and 6. It's Damon Washington first carry on the drive, and he'll carry over the 15 to the 14-yard line, maybe to the 13, and they needed to get to the 12. Boy, that's a big run right there on third down and 6, and it changes their perspective, although it appears the special units are going to come on and try a field goal here.
And that's only about the third time we've seen Washington go up the middle. Usually they're using him to get to the outside or on the option and use his speed.
They're going to go for it, Justin.
Yeah, he did a great job right there, staying patient, seeing his blockers going right up the middle. And at the way you've been moving the ball on this drive, I mean, 4th and 1 doesn't really seem that hard to get. I mean, they've been getting yards all they want.
The holder and a couple of blockers came about 8 yards onto the field, and Coach Laverty said, nope, let's go for it. 4th and a yard. Big play in this game, and now Coach Laverty comes racing down the sideline and says, we need a timeout. And they will get it. 6:07 to play, third quarter, and a big 4th down is coming up, and we'll pause. 14-0, Kirtland on top. You're listening to the OHSAA Radio Network, brought to you by Chocolate Milk.
Hi, I'm Dustin Fox. Now, I had a lot of thrills playing football in college and in the pros, but none compared to the excitement of playing high school football. I'll never forget the pep rallies, the bus rides, and playing our rivals before a packed house. Now, for most kids, high school will be the last opportunity to play organized sports, but the lessons learned will last a lifetime. So support high school sports, which helps student-athletes become the best they can be on and off the field.
This message presented by the Ohio High School Athletic Association.
This is Jerry Snodgrass, Assistant Commissioner at the Ohio High School Athletic Association, and you're listening to the OHSAA Radio Network.
Fuel up with chocolate milk. It's a delicious way to put something good in your body. Nutrient-rich chocolate milk is packed with carbs for energy, protein for muscle growth, electrolytes to rehydrate, and vitamins and minerals to build strong bones. And enjoy low-fat chocolate milk. It's an easy way to help you get the 3 servings of dairy you need every day. Find us on Facebook at Fuel Up with Chocolate Milk. 4th down play coming up. They thought about field goal, decided to go for it. Coach Laverty then, I don't know if he didn't like his play call, didn't like the Coldwater defense. It was the same stack guy they've been running the whole day. So something that he didn't feel good about. Let's just leave it at that.
A lot of times when they call that timeout, they change their mind and they had a second to think about it, and they're going to take the points or, kick the field goal to try and get the points. But,
and we saw Kirtland early in the game. Remember, they were in the stack eye, called timeout, came out in a spread, and ran something a little bit different. So,
well, you may have seen that defense, seen everybody was up there and said, hey, let's try and maybe spread them out a little bit, so they have to go out and guard our receivers. And pick up that yard.
6:07 to play third quarter. Kirtland on top 14-0. They've got 4th and 1. They will stay with the same stack-eye formation. Godek, Halber, and Washington. Eilerman toss sweep to Washington, and he's not going to get there. Caleb Seifring comes up and makes a tackle for loss back to the 15-yard line. They went away from the up-the-middle strength. They tried to get Washington on the edge, and Seifring makes a tackle.
Go away from what got him there in this whole drive. Up the middle, up the middle, up the middle. I mean, I don't really mind the play call, though. Everybody thought they were going to do that same thing. You try and get your fast tailback out on the edge and let him pick up a yard.
That's assignment football defensively, isn't it?
That is. I mean, these kids, there's no give up in them, and they play their role. And Seifring doing a great job being where he's supposed to be. Huge tackle for the turnover.
Let's see now if it sparks the Coldwater offense. First down from their own 15, and Bruns, after a play fake, will look to run, and getting a hold of him is Rebelli, and only a gain of a yard. And really, outside of 1 or 2 plays early in the first quarter, Austin Bruns has been slowed down on that quarterback run up the middle.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a quarterback read. He kind of faked the handoff to his tailback and then ended up pulling it and keeping it himself. But, they really haven't had success with that here since the first quarter. Maybe you want to try something else, let your tailback go off and run the ball a little bit, or continue to throw those outs to the outside, or a wide receiver screen.
21 of the 31 yards today for Bruns came on one play. Bruns to throw on 2nd and 9. One fake pump now being flushed out of the pocket, and he will go down right at the 15-yard line. It ended up being 3 Hornets converging on him. 3rd down and long coming up for Coldwater.
Yeah, they're trying to run some wheel routes, get some routes downfield and mismatches. Just not enough time for Bruns to sit back there and find a receiver wide open. You had Rebelli, Haber, everybody's getting in there, putting pressure on him. He's trying to move around in the pocket, doing a good job of staying alive. But in the end, it's just too many guys getting after him.
So a loss of a yard, 3rd and 10. They need the 25 for a new set of downs. 4 wide receiver look, 2 to either side here for Bruns with the ball near the right hash mark. Seifring to go in motion, so 3 receivers on the short side of the field now. Bruns to throw, they only rush 2. Finkler gets a little bit of pressure. Now Bruns will look to try and run. They come up and hit him at the 18-yard line, and Josh Imerino makes the tackle. Gain of 4. It'll be 4th down for Coldwater.
Defensive line linebackers doing a great job of getting pressure. Secondary's doing a good job of covering. He can't find anybody open. Starts to scramble right there. He had Troy Otten coming across the middle of the field, doing a good job of getting open and getting into an open spot. Just wasn't able to see him. He had guys, at his ankles he's trying to get away from. That would have been a big play if he'd have been able to spot him.
Bergman 2 kicks, averaging 40 yards today. Both have been 40-yard punts. Santos standing back at his own 49. Bergman standing on his own 5. Takes the snap, no pressure, gets away a line drive kick that'll bounce, and Santo will field at the 37-yard line. Forward to the 40 and down right there. I got 43-ish on the punt. And Santo, good job to at least field that, or they could have lost some field position, but they'll have it at their own 40, and we've got a timeout on the field. 3:41 to play here in the third quarter. It is still Kirtland on top of Coldwater, 14-0 on the OHSAA Radio Network, brought to you by Chocolate Milk.
I'm Professor Burke from the University of Farmers, where agents graze in the fields of excellence, and this is a pop quiz. True or false? The best way to protect something new is to cover it with space-age plastic wrap. False. With Farmer's New Car Pledge, you can receive the replacement value if your new car is totaled in the first 2 years. If you said true, unwrap your couches, then call a Farmer's agent.
We are insurance.
We are Farmers.
Restrictions apply, not available in all states. Call a Farmer's agent for details on all of our auto coverage options. Find your local agent at farmers.com.
14-0, Coldwater trailing the Kirtland Hornets here at Paul Brown Tiger Stadium. And let's now our stations a chance to identify themselves. You're listening to the OHSAA Radio Network, brought to you by Chocolate Milk.
With over 30 different colors and prints,
Todd Bell, Justin Zwick with you here in Massillon, Division 5 state championship game. First of 6 right here on the OHSAA radio network. And we're happy that you're joining us wherever you are today on this Friday afternoon. Coming up at 3 o'clock, it'll be Randy Reinhardt and A.J. Trapasso to bring you the Division 3 state championship game between Cardinal Mooney and Shawnee. Here, Kirtland in control of this game, 14-0, but it's got to seem like 28-0 if you're a Coldwater fan right now. They are just a couple of big plays away, but you know, Justin, a lot of times you think big play could be an interception or interception return for a touchdown, and you're not going to see that.
No, you're gonna need to be hoping for a fumble and scoop and score.
Damon Washington on a jet sweep coming near side. Cuts it up at the 41 and then driven to the ground by Jordan Klosterman at the 43-yard line. Klosterman, senior linebacker, in there on that tackle, and they went away from that stack guy to that double wing and the jet sweep to Washington that time.
You know, they've showed it and showed it. I think they've only handed it off a couple times. It's good to keep the defense honest with it. You know, we have it in our stable of plays, and we're going to run it. So the defense has to – he's quick. You got to be out there quick to stop him. And defense doing a good job. I mean, he picks up 2.5 yards on that play, but you know, the defense was there to shut him down.
Washington, 15 carries, 57 yards today. Hauber now right at the 100-yard mark on 20 carries today. 2nd down and 8. Again, they will bring a man in motion. They give to Hauber up the middle. Stutter steps and cuts back over the 45. Near the 46, Derek Collette, along with Isaac Dippold in there on the tackle, and Burnett as well. So it'll be 3rd down and about 4 now for the Cavs for the Hornets here on offense.
Be interesting to see what they do here. You keep it up the middle, or you throw for it.
Throw it.
You're going to throw for it?
Throw it. Why not?
I would love that. you know me. I'd love to see the ball in there.
Eilerman, last-second instructions for Washington. He'll line up as a wing-back left. They've got a wing-back right, and Hauber in the backfield. Washington comes in motion, fake it to him. Eilerman fakes to Hauber. Will look to throw, pressured, throws, incomplete, and out of bounds. Big-time pressure from Cody Mayday. I'll tell you, you got to give Coldwater some credit, because now you go back to the 4th down play and you go here. They haven't thrown in a month, and assignment football, they had everybody covered. Mayday got pressure, and they get a 3 and out. They'll get the football.
Yeah, get a little bit of pressure. I like the play call. I'd rather have it to the field again. You know, you just give your guys more room to work with instead of shutting it down as an offense goes. But like you said, defense just playing fundamental football, playing their assignments, and you know, being prepared for anything on any play.
Punt away by Lyon, and it'll be fielded. Again, confusing by Seifring, and he'll be spun around right at the 20-yard line. 34-yard punt, no return, as Lyon's kick got up into the air, and Seifring and Otten fighting over the football back there.
It's called communication. You got to talk to each other. And they want to make a big play. They want to beat a guy catching that ball.
Well, Coldwater hasn't exactly been blessed with good starting field position today. 3 possessions here in this half. Their own 20, their own 15, and now their own 20. In the first half, their own 20, their own 8, their own 27, their own 36. So 36 has been their best starting field position today. 1st down and 10, going right to left. 2:01 to play, 3rd quarter, down 14-0 with a football. And Bruns to throw. He is pressured, eluded that. Now Huber can't make. Well, it's caught by a lineman eventually. Alex Greasehop, after it went off of Huber's hands and then Otten's hands. Greasehop makes the tackle, or the catch, and is at the 25. Now, a marker came in late, but I don't know why.
Well, it didn't look like he was sure if he should throw it or not. Maybe offensive lineman downfield, but
I think they're going to pick this. Yeah, they're going to pick this flag up, because the only thing I would think of. Yeah, Justin. A lineman can't be the first one to touch it. It has to be deflected. It was tipped twice.
Yeah, and he's downfield, you know, getting down there to get a block, and all of a sudden he's got the ball in his hands. Christmas came early.
That's right. Alex Greaseup, a senior lineman, probably didn't figure he'd see his name in the stats for a reception. Yeah. They picked up 6, and now the officials are going to conference again. Never did give you our officials today. John Vickerell from Youngstown, Joseph Cochran from Warren, Joseph Butera from Canfield, Dale Cox from South Charleston, and David Winery from Bellevue. That's our crew on today's game. And John Vickerell, our head referee, a name that is synonymous with high school football in the Youngstown area, and in some of these games. I want to say his dad maybe did the Massillon-McKinley game on a regular basis. It was always a Youngstown crew.
I know that name.
It was always a Youngstown crew, and I want to say it was the Vickerells.
Yep.
And his dad, I think, was Ed, and I think he retired a few years back. Throw out to the right for Austin Bruns, and it's caught by Mestamaker, and he makes one-man miss, and then finally brought down at the 44-yard line. That'll be a gain of 18, and it'll be first down for Coldwater.
That's what I've been talking about. I've been wanting to see that this whole half. Nice little 5-yard hitch. You're playing man-to-man. You got to make that corner miss, and that's it. And you're off to a big gain. A nice little, 15, 20-yard reception right there. All because of a 5-yard hitch and a nice little pitch and catch. It's easy for the quarterback, easy for the receiver, and you get a big play out of it.
So first down and 10. And Bruns bobbled the snap with all day to throw, and a wide open Schmackers has Stammen, I should say, has the catch. 10 yards, first down, Coldwater. But the key there was the time Bruns had to throw.
I mean, that was a double slant play. There's enough time for Bruns to sit there and to get in for that slant to get into the second window. He finds Stammen wide open. Another big first down. Seem to get some things cooking here a little bit now through the air.
Best the offense has looked since maybe their opening possession of the game. Stammen in there, a replace of Huber in the offensive set. 15 catches coming in at a couple of touchdowns. 4 wide receiver look here. And a play-action pass. Bruns again with all day. Surveys, has Otten at the 30 to the 25 to the sideline and drugged down at the 5-yard line. 41-yard strike from Bruns to Otten.
Bruns does a good job of sitting in the pocket. He's getting some time. His offensive line is doing a great job here on this drive, these last few plays, of making sure he has plenty of time to make reads. They're running deep patterns there. That's a deep crossing pattern. Does a great job. Great ball. Troy Otten does a good job turning upfield and bringing it inside the 10.
First down and goal. They'll officially say it's the 6. Bruns out of a shotgun. Klosterman to his right. Takes the snap. Fake pump right, fake pump left, being pressured. They got a hold of his jersey, and he'll throw it into the band in the end zone. What about the strength of Austin Bruns? Because Cannon Schroeder, the offensive lineman, had a hold of him and just couldn't tug him down.
Yeah, that's very smart play. He's getting pulled to the ground. I mean, like you said earlier, he's a big kid, 6'4", 220.
I mean, he threw that ball 40 yards on those back foot.
He took it literal, throw it into the stands. He took it literal there.
36 seconds to play, third quarter. Cavs down 14-0 with the football at the 6. Second down and goal. They'll bring Caleb Seifring in motion. It'll be 3 receivers to the wide side. Bruns will roll the pocket this way. Survey's going to run to the 5, to the goal line, and he dives in for a Coldwater touchdown. You could almost tell from the time he started to roll that he was going to take that himself.
Yeah, that's a great play call down here near the goal line. You got 3 wideouts trying to run, maybe get a natural pick on the routes. Didn't happen. Defense did a good job of covering those guys. Austin Bruns just sees nobody's there to stop me. I'm going to take it all the way. Doing a great job jumping over defenders to get into the end zone.
Coldwater will line up with a muddle huddle, meaning all of their linemen are to the right. Now they will come over and line up. The quarterback, Bruns, does the holding, and the place kicker is Troy Otten. 44 out of 45 on the season. Right-footed soccer-style kicker. Dresch will snap it back. Bruns puts it down. Otten puts it through, and we've got a ball game. 28 seconds to go in the third quarter. Kirtland 14, Coldwater 7. We'll pause for these messages from the OHSAA, brought to you by Chocolate Milk.
Right now, nearly 30% of U.S. students aren't finishing high school. In many places, it's even higher than that. And fixing it is a responsibility that we all share. This is President Obama, and I urge everyone to take responsibility for encouraging the high school students in your communities, to support them, challenge them, and do whatever it takes to help them make it through.
Do your part by going to boostup.org and giving a student the boost that's needed to make it to graduation. A message from the U.S. Army and the Ad Council.
You're listening to the State Football Championships on the Ohio High School Athletic Association Radio Network.
Taco Bell is a proud partner of the OHSAA. You're out, you're hungry, you're doing the fourth meal. Taco Bell, think outside the bun. 6 plays, 80 yards, zip, just like that in a minute and 33. And the touchdown run of 6 yards by Austin Bruns, his 7th rushing touchdown of the season. And it is now 14-7. And Troy Otten with a 40-yard reception on that drive, the big play.
That was a huge play. Like we said earlier, the offensive line doing a great job of giving time for Austin Bruns to find a receiver downfield. And when they have playmakers, they've done it all year long. You got to get the ball in their hands and let them make those plays. And that, there was, 4 or 5 plays right there where they did that, and they end up in the end zone.
And a little juice in the right foot of Troy Otten as well. He boomed that one into the end zone. So it'll come to the 20-yard line, and a team that has had relatively good starting field position will begin a drive back at their own 20. First down and 10, 14-7. Kirtland on top with the football, and 28 seconds to go in the third.
And this has got to be probably one of the worst starting positions they've had all game. This whole half so far, they started each drive on the 40-yard line, I think, and in the first half was about the same.
Yeah, this is their worst starting field position of the day, and it'll be Hauber first down run, though, and he's got 7 on first down, maybe 8 near the 28-yard line. Their drives in the first half, their own 34, 30, 37, and 44. In this half, it's been the 40 twice, and now this one's starting at their own 20.
It's not too shabby when you think about an offense and starting that great a field position.
And that's the end of the third quarter of play. Coldwater, a late touchdown. They've pulled to within 7 as we pause for these messages from your local station. Our score, it is Kirtland 14, Coldwater 7, end of 3. You're listening to the OHSAA Radio Network, brought to you by Chocolate Milk.
Hi, I'm Clark Kellogg. Have you ever thought about what makes high school sports so great? High school sports are great because of our coaches, who not only teach the game, but also teach lifelong skills like hard work, teamwork, sportsmanship, and citizenship. High school sports are great because they keep things in the proper perspective. It's great to strive to be the best and to try to win, but high school sports also strive to develop the best students, the best teammates, and the best leaders of tomorrow. High school sports are great because they are truly about community, bringing students, parents, and alumni together the way only a sporting event can. The privilege of participating in high school sports is one of the most exciting experiences of a young person's life. So please show your support, because high school sports are great.
This message presented by the Ohio High School Athletic Association.